The next part of field of intent goes down a couple layers. Peel away the obviousness. And let's go down into the subconscious levels of field of intent. Every time that you tell yourself you can't do something, it makes it that much harder to ever be able to do, because now not only do you have to find the ability and the courage and the gumption to do it, you now have to fight your own field of intent that has told you time and again that you can't do whatever it is. One of the rules about becoming a Knight of Grey, a real Knight of Grey, is that you cannot become one until you declare yourself one. Until you go, I am a Knight of Grey. You aren't. A friend of mine, dear, like a brother to me, okay? His name is Zach. You know him as Merrick in my storyline. He was fighting something, and he asked for help. But he didn't ask for help in the sense of, help me figure out how to solve it. Help me figure out what I need to do to get the work done. He was just, just do it. Do it for me. Help me. And I had to tell him no. Because saying yes would have given him the field of intent that he can't do it on his own. Now that he has to do it on his own, he has to create a field of intent within himself, saying that he can do it. Alright? And in that, I'm truly helping. I'm helping him because I said no. One of the hard things in life, and it's easier once you're a parent to understand this. I know a lot of the people who watch this are 12 to 16, maybe early 20s, and don't have children yet. There is a difference between helping someone and giving them what they want. It's huge, the difference. But you have to bear in mind the field of intent. Sometimes you do help them. You flat out just help them. Alright? If Zach was hanging off of a cliff, dangling up for his life, and he said, help, I wouldn't go, no, dude, you can do it by yourself. Come on. I'd reach down, I would pick his ass up, and I would pull him back to safety. You help as well. Absolutely. But in this particular case, he will be a better person for it. Field of intent is dangerous. Every time you tell yourself you can't do something. Every time, and I have this problem with Elise. Her and I, we work on different channels. We are different people. We have two different points of view. We look at things askew from one another from time to time. And because of this, she will say something meaning A. But from my point of view, these words mean B. And then looking at them from this point of view, this field of intent, that's infuriating that you would say that. But from this point of view, from what was actually meant, this field of intent, it was said in concern, and that concern is based in love. So she's trying to love and be concerned, and I get mad. Because we have two different directions of looking at it. And so you have to bear that in mind too. Sometimes their field of intent is in the right place. But because you don't understand what their field of intent is, you misunderstand it and think it means something else. That's dangerous. And so One of the things that I've had to learn how to do, especially because everybody is different, is those who are closest to you, try to learn how the other one thinks. And then try to put that filter on when you talk to them, so that you can comprehend their field of intent and what they mean by what they say. And there'll be less confusion. You don't go to a deaf person and demand that they learn how to read lips and learn how to talk to you, right? And learn how to use their vocal cords. You do your best with what you can. And often, if you don't know sign language, it turns into a horrible game of charades. But you're trying to communicate on some sort of middle ground. Okay? They will meet you part way. That is harmony. That is a better field of intent. Instead of just learn it my way, I'm going to try to learn your way. Fields of intent can also be a beautiful thing. A beautiful, glorious thing. Let me give you an example. Do you ever hear the phrase, with a gift, it's the thought that counts? That's fields of intent. Even if what you give them is a kindergartner making a clay ashtray for their parents who don't smoke. All right? It was their first time with pottery. They wanted to make something from the heart. And it's beautiful to them. All right? It's a little plate that's kind of curved and has a niche in it. All right? They don't smoke. And it is the most beautiful thing that they have ever laid their eyes on. Because they know that their child was trying to make something beautiful for them. Field of intent. What I do here, the Way of Gray, and even the Will Gray 42, is my attempt to share my field of intent with you. Have you have the opportunity to see some of the things that I have seen in my life that has made me go, wow! And really learning about field of intent was one of them. Learning about the concept and the ideas of what that really means is an amazing thing to me, because everything boils down to it. Everything in your life. And I really, if you think about it hard enough, you can boil everything down to your field of intent. Including who you're going to be, who you are now. It's all based off how you see yourself, what you think of yourself. Who are you? Are you strong? Are you weak? Are you mean? Are you kind? Do you share opinions, or do you try to enforce that yours are correct? All of that is field of intent. I mention it in my sword videos. I say you can't become a good sword fighter until you believe that you are one. You see, I've been talking about field of intent for years now, people. But this time I wanted to just say blah. Here it is. This is what's there. So I'm going to finish this up now, for now. If you have ideas, if you have questions about field of intent that you really, I may have missed something and you want something clarified, write a comment and I will do my very best to get to it, even though my time is short these days online. Alright. do what you can, and I'll do what I can. Remember, until the next time that we talk, love is what you do.